Hi, my name's Wallace. I work at a shop called Core 2 Computing in Paisley's West End. We've been here just coming up for 5 years. It'll be 5 years next week, the 12th of August, which is good. But previous to that, we were across the road where Subway used to be. We were there for a couple of years. Before that, we were at Hillington. So in Paisley, we've been here for a long time now, coming up on 8 years, serving everyone that's here, all the buddies, all the community with their computer problems, any help they need, that kind of thing. The question today from Paisley.org: what makes Paisley and Renfrewshire great? Sometimes it's hard to see the positives here, but other times you see new shops arriving all the time, like where we are on Wellmeadow Street, which is a bit of the town that not a lot of people go to. They seem to only go as far as the High Street, and that's it, if they go to the High Street. But what we see lots of shops springing up all over the place. We've got lots of restaurants and that kind of thing. So hopefully it means more people will be coming back into the town centre rather than driving around, going to places like Braehead. Nothing wrong with Braehead, but going to there and that kind of thing. Right. A big idea for changing the future of Paisley would probably be trying to encourage more businesses into the town. It's all very well having more people coming in with new housing and all the rest of it, but they need to have businesses to keep them here, especially at night. I remember a year ago the High Street getting opened up so that cars came up for the nighttime economy. Hasn't really done anything because there's no real nighttime economy anymore. Most people, although they stay in Paisley, might go somewhere else. I know some friends online who go out regularly to Merchant City and Glasgow, these sort of areas, because there's nothing really happening in Paisley, so they say. So it's hard to have a big idea, but probably another thing would be trying to develop the West End where we are. We went to a meeting a few years ago concerned about what was happening in the West End, and there was all this positive action, and they started talking about a 10-year plan. Now at that point we were concerned about 10 months and where we were, never mind 10 years. And now, since then, I have to say, 5 years has passed since that meeting and nothing really has happened up here. It seems to be everything stops, just at Paisley University, just past the museum, and nothing else happens up this end of the town. So I would say to transform Paisley, the best thing to do is look at Paisley as a whole, not just certain areas. It seems to be just the main areas where the councillor, for instance, is the nicest looking bit. They look out their windows and think, oh, everything's rosy. What do people complain about? Because there's lots of flower beds, everything's great, and they all drive home at night out of Paisley to their homes elsewhere. If Paisley was to win the bid for the City of Culture of 2021, the best thing to do would be obviously trying to include everything that Paisley stands for, everything, the heritage, all the things like the Abbey, as well as obviously the obvious thing people say is a Paisley pattern, even if it didn't originate here, but all that kind of stuff. The Abbey, the university, the fact the university campus now has a campus in London is also another thing, so to prove it's UK wide, it's not just here in Paisley. So that must stand for something. And everything, all the people that have come and done things and influenced from Paisley, from musicians to obviously actors as well, Doctor Who for example. You've got all these sort of people, so it's quite a lot to celebrate in 2021.